Hello everybody, how are you all? It's standard 7, subject is English grammar. Let's start. Chapter number 10, sentences simple, compound and complex. We have discussed earlier that sentences are of four kinds: declarative, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Each of these is used for a different purpose. Now, on the basis of structure, we can divide sentences into three broad categories. The types of sentences: simple, compound, and complex. Okay, read the sentence given below. Sheena sat in the park. So sat is a finite verb, right? Now, simple sentence: the verb in the above sentence is sat. It is a finite verb. This sentence has only one finite verb and is called a simple sentence. A sentence which has only one finite verb is called simple sentence. Okay, a sentence which has only one finite verb is called a simple sentence. Read the sentences given below. Sheena sat in the park on the wooden bench near the pond, not noticing the squirrel near her feet. So, sat is finite verb. This sentence has only one finite verb, sat. The word noticing is a non-finite verb. Though the sentence is long, it is a simple sentence. It is not necessary that a simple sentence is always small. The most important fact is that it has only one finite verb. A simple sentence may have two subjects. For example, Sheena and Neha sat in the park. So Sheena and Neha, okay, these both subjects happen, two subjects. Sat is finite verb. Okay, Sheena saw a squirrel and sparrow. So in this sentence, saw is finite verb and squirrel and sparrow, it's object. Okay, so both sentences have only one finite verb each, so they are called simple sentences. Okay, compound sentence and coordinate clauses. Read the sentences given below. Sheena sat in the park and the children played on the swings. So Sheena is subject, sat is finite verb, you already know. The children is subject, played, that is finite verb. So there are two finite verbs in the sentences: sat with Sheena as its a subject and played with children as its subject. This sentence consists of two clauses. Each clause has a finite verb and the two clauses are joined by the conjunction and. The two clauses are: A number, Sheena sat in the park; B number, the children played on the swings. Each clause is of equal importance and makes complete sense on its own. Neither of these clauses depends on the other clauses. Such clauses are called main or principal clauses. A sentence which has two or more main clauses are called a compound sentence. Okay. Now let's check out page number 85. We could also write the two clauses as two separate sentences. Sheena sat in the park, or Sheena sat in the park. Okay, Sheena sat in the park. The children played on the swings. Sheena sat in the park and the children played on the swings. Okay, a sentence which is made up of two or more principal or main clauses is called a compound sentence. The clauses of a compound sentence are called coordinate clauses. The coordinate clauses of the compound sentence are joined by coordinating conjunctions like as well as, no less than, but, still, yet, or, only, for, so, therefore, and so on. Okay, if the compound sentence consists of two clauses and the subject of both the clauses are same, the second subject is usually not mentioned. For examples, Sheena sat in the park and she read a book. So Sheena sat in the park and read a book. The second subject, she, is not mentioned. Now, complex sentence and subordinate clauses. Read the sentence given below. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. So, sat is what? That is finite verb. Was, it is finite verb. Okay, was, that is finite verb. Now, the above sentence has two finite verbs. Sat with Sheena as its subject and was with it as its subject. So there are two clauses in these sentences. A number, Sheena sat in the park. B number, because it was pleasant. Clause A makes complete sense and it can stand independently on its. This clause is called the principal or main clause. Clause number B makes sense but does not make complete sense. It cannot stand on its own as an independent sentence. It can convey full meaning only if it is found to the first clause. So, clause B will be called a subordinate clause. The sentence is called a complex sentence. A subordinate clause is joined to the main clause but by the subordinate conjunction like that, when, after, whenever, while, till, since, where, as, so far, if, unless, though, yet, although, and so on. A sentence which is made up of a principal clause or main clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a complex sentence. When we discuss compound sentence, we could write the two main clauses as A number, Sheena sat in the park. B number, and the children played on the swings. Not now. Let us consider this complex sentence again. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. This complex sentence cannot be written in the same way as the complex example given above. Sheena sat in the park because it was pleasant. So, the second clause does not convey a complete meaning. This is another way to find out whether a sentence is compound or complex. So there are some features given over here. Let's check out it. A clause has a subject and a finite verb of its own. A clause that can stand independently and make complete sense is called the principal or main clause. A clause that cannot stand on its own and depends on another clause to make complete sense is called a subordinate subordinate clause. A sentence may be consist of one or more clauses. A sentence as the sentence has a sentence has as many clauses as the number of finite verbs it can. Okay, so now let's check out page number 86. Page number 86. Yeah, there are more features given over here. A simple sentence has only one finite verb and it is made up of only one clause. A compound sentence is made up of two or more clauses, each of equal importance and capable of standing on its own. Clauses of equal rank are called coordinate clauses. A complex sentence is made up of one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Okay, now there is an exercise. A number, read the following sentences and tick the correct option to state their kinds. Now, first one, I saw the children participating in the quiz. So it's a simple sentence. Okay. Second number, Rohit is an intelligent boy with a good grasping power. That is called simple sentence. Third number, Reena didn't like the pudding, but she ate the preparation. Now it's a compound sentence. Okay, it's a compound sentence. Fourth number, the children rushed inside because it started to rain. That is complex sentence. That is complex sentence. Okay, now five number, it was a difficult puzzle, but Rohit could solve it. That is compound sentence. Six number, Gracie knew that her doll was the prettiest. That is complex sentence. Seven number, Mrs. Gupta didn't like the painting, but she bought the masterpiece. That is compound sentence. 8 number, the dog was hungry. That is simple sentence. 9 number, the teacher knew that the children were talkative. That is complex sentence. 10 number, he must exercise regularly or he will have health problems. That is compound sentence. Okay, that is compound sentence. 11 number, the town was beautiful and the people were generous. So that is compound sentence. 12 number, the government was in a tight spot as there was a food shortage in the country. So that is complex sentence. 13 number, the relief team reached on the time and it helped the earthquake victims. So that is compound sentence. 14 number, he can come first if he swims faster. So that is complex sentence. 15 number, she drove the car carefully, but the car met with an accident. So that is compound sentence. 16 number, the she was uncomfortable because of dust allergy. That is complex. 17 number, they rowed the boat fast and reached the shore safely. That is compound sentence. Okay, so we have to remember something, and what is there? Let me tell you that a sentence which has only one finite verb is called a simple sentence. A sentence which is made up of two or more principal or main clause is called a compound sentence. The clauses of a compound sentence are called coordinate clause. A sentence which is made up of a principal clause or main clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a complex sentence. A complex sentence, Reenu ate an apple because she was hungry. Okay, that is a complex sentence. Now, a simple sentence may have two subjects or may have two subjects. Again, a simple sentence may have two subjects or may have two objects, but in both cases there is one finite verb each. A simple sentence has only one finite verb and is made up of only one clause. A compound sentence is made up of two or more clauses each of equal importance and capable of standing on its clauses of equal ranks are called coordinate clauses. We are allowed to write two clauses as two separate sentences. Now, a complex sentence is a generally made up of one main clause and one or more subordinate clause. At times, a complex sentence cannot be written the same way as on the as of a compound sentence. A subordinate clause can be an adjective clause, a noun clause, or an adverb clause. So dear students, here we have completed our chapter number 10. Our chapter number 10, the sentence is simple, compound and complex. I hope you get it well. Now you just do the exercise in your textbook only, as the place has been given. You have to tick whether it is simple, compound or complex. Okay, so you just do the exercise of it and try to memorize whatever I try to convey. Okay, so here I stop the chapter number 10. In the next video we are going to check out the next. Till then, thank you, have a good day, bye bye.